What's up, guys? Welcome to MLB Daily Picks with Tanner Kern for June 24th, 2021. Thank you for all the support so far, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the Sports 2.0 network. Visit baseballspotlight.com for all our great baseball content. Got a ton of awesome content creators doing stuff, so make sure you go check that out. 615 and 480 on the season. Before we get into today's picks, though, I just want to say this foreign substance rule is getting out of control right now. We're going to talk about that tonight, 7 p.m. Me, Eric Neff, and Aaron Abudi on the Sports 2.0 network are going to break down the whole rule, why it's stupid, why pitchers, what they need to do to fix it. So make sure you tune in for that, guys, at 7 p.m. tonight. But let's get right into today's slate. It's getaway day for most teams, so small slate, a lot of early games. 615 and 480 on the season. Let's keep it rolling today. 7-6 yesterday. You know, we had a really good stretch. We were going 13-1, 10-5, a lot of 10-5 days. Now we're starting to play 500 bet. We're starting to bet on a 500 level. That's the way it is. You get hot and then you stay at 500. If you can stick around 500 after your hot streaks, you're going to be okay. So let's get right into it. Royals, Yankees, Keller versus Tyon. Tyon has that Pittsburgh Pirate losing mentality, but I think the Yankees get the win today. The bats come through. They won yesterday. They do it again today at 105 in the Bronx. Lock it up with the New York Yankees. Then you got Athletics and Rangers, Bassett versus Allard. Allard's been very good. Bassett's been very good as well, 7-2. I like the Athletics. I really like the Athletics in the American League West. I don't like them as much as the Astros, but again, they're a pesky team. They're playing the Rangers, one of the worst teams in baseball. Don't bet the Rangers today. Don't do it. Maybe Rangers plus 1.5 if you're feeling confident, but I really like the Athletics on the money line today. Go with the Athletics. Then we got Orioles, Blue Jays, Dean the Cream Kremer on the mound against K. I'm not a big fan of Dean the Cream, not just because he's 0-6 with a horrendous ERA. He's just not a great pitcher. The Orioles don't have a lot of run support. Yeah, you got Trey Mancini, you got Cedric Mullins, you got guys that can hit, but Dean the Cream's on the mound, and they cannot produce enough runs to save Dean the Cream. I think Vladdy goes yard today. Blue Jays get the win in this series. I believe it's a 4-game series, so should be good. Looking forward to this. I do like watching the Orioles. I just don't like betting the Orioles. So I'm going to go with the Blue Jays in this game. Astros, Tigers, Garcia versus Arena. Astros, shout out to the guy who put $2 million on them to win the World Series this year. That was pretty impressive. I would, if I had the disposable income, I don't know if I would do that. But I think he can win $22 million at plus 100. So that's pretty good. That's not a bad bet. I do like the Astros. I think they're going to be a surprise in the American League. And as we're seeing in the National League, there's a lot of vulnerable teams. The Dodgers can lose. We saw that this week. Padres swept them. The Padres can lose. We've seen that throughout the season. And the Giants are the Giants. Those are the 3 teams you need to look for in the National League. One of those teams will be playing for the World Series. It's probably going to be against the Astros the way it's looking. But, I like the Astros overall. And today I really like the Astros against the Tigers. I mean, that's not even a question. He got Red Sox, Rays. Rays won last night. Red Sox won the night before. Shout out to Garrett Richards for having a 5-run, 1 2/3 innings to start the game before he was pulled because I took the over in that game and it went over. Just went over. I got the over at 9. And they scored, I think, 10 runs or score. I think it was an 8. Yeah, I think it was like an 8-2 game. So the over hit, though. That's what I know. Nick Pivetta on the mound versus Michael Wacha. I like the Red Sox in this game. I think the Red Sox bounce back tonight. They're a better baseball team, just did not get out to a good start last night. I think Pivetta is able to do that. If Richards did not pitch as poorly as he did, if he limited the walks and he left the game when it was like a 3-1 game, Red Sox would have won last night. So I do like the Red Sox in this game. They take 2 of 3 from the Rays. Then you got Braves, Reds. Pitcher has not been named yet, so I'm not going to lock in this bet. But tentatively, I like the Braves in this game. And I think the Braves have a little better firepower when they're on. I know the Reds have one of the best lineups in the game when they're on, but the Braves, I think they sneak one by. Santillan on the mound, not throwing a lot of innings this year, so I think the Braves can take advantage of that. Then you got Nationals, Marlins. As you can see, got my Marlins jersey on. I'm going to be repping it all day. I stick with this team. Yesterday, Trevor Rogers got beat by the Blue Jays. Did not think it was going to happen, but hey, it did. But I'm still supporting the Marlins because they're going to be good someday. But today, I like the Nationals. John Ross going against Petit. I just like the Nationals. I think they're playing well. I think the Scherzer situation the other night with Girardi was pretty funny to watch. Nationals they're getting better. They're still going to trade their guys by the deadline. I think Scherzer ends up in a new team. because they're really not a contender. It might be a contender for the East, might be a contender for the wild card if they really start winning. But they're playing the Marlins today. They should be able to beat this team. They got a better hitting lineup, and they got an equivalent pitching staff. So go with the Nats there. Indians, Twins, Mejia versus Barrios. You guys know me. I pick whenever Barrios is on the bump for the Twins, I pick the Twins. That's the only time I'm going to pick the Twins. Indians do not have a great lineup. Twins have a decent lineup on paper, just have not been able to hit the ball. I think Barrios goes 6 innings today. He gets the job done there. Should be good enough to beat the Indians. They got to push across a few runs, but I think they're able to do it. Then you got Pirates, Cardinals, Cool versus Martinez. I mean, Cardinals are just playing terrible right now. They are playing really bad baseball, but they're playing against the Pirates, who aren't playing any better baseball. Pirates are not good. Martinez, 3-8 on the season. He needs to be better than he has been. Pitching has really been rough for the Cardinals since Jack Flaherty got hurt, because that was one guy who you knew, okay, we have one guy every 5 days that's going to deliver a win for us. I do like the Cardinals tonight. How can you bet against the Cardinals when they're playing the Pirates? It's tough to do that because, as bad as the Cardinals have been, they're not as bad as the Pirates. So I do like the Cardinals here. And then finally, Cubs-Dodgers got a big weekend series. Davies versus Buehler. Buehler is the ace of the Dodgers. He's 7-0. He will not get beat tonight. I know I say it every day. I know I say go with the Dodgers every day. Last night, I really thought they were going to get the win. Padres got the sweep. What are you going to do? That's going to happen in baseball. It's 162 games throughout the season. I do like the Dodgers tonight with Buehler on the bump. Cubs are very inconsistent. Dodgers are playing pretty inconsistent. They were hot until they went to San Diego, though. So they got to get back on the winning track. That's what great teams do. And the Dodgers are a great team, no matter if you like them or not. So go with the Dodgers in that game. So that does it, guys, for today's episode of MLB Daily Picks. Do you agree? Let me know at Tanner Kern, at Sports 2.0 Network, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. 615 and 480 on the season, 7-6 yesterday. Hopefully get back to that 10-3. I don't know how many games are today. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 8-2 today. Let's go 10-0, but 8-2. That's the worst we're going to do today. Let's lock it up, guys. Subscribe to the Sports 2.0 Network. Let's keep it rolling. Thanks for the support, and I will talk to you tomorrow for another episode of MLB Daily Picks.